You think you're making mistakes by accident. You tell yourself it's procrastination, laziness, or just, bad luck. You blame the timing, the people around you, or even your circumstances. And yet, you keep doing it, over and over, in relationships, in your career, in health, in personal goals. Here's the harsh truth. Self-sabotage is rarely random. It's not simply a personal flaw or a lack of willpower. It's a complex, unconscious pattern your mind uses for a hidden reward, even if you're unaware of it. And until you understand that reward, you will continue repeating the same behaviors, no matter how much you try to stop. Self-sabotage is a survival mechanism. It's your brain's way of keeping you safe from emotional, psychological, or social discomfort. That may sound paradoxical. How can something that prevents you from achieving your goals actually be rewarding? The answer is that your nervous system and subconscious mind are wired to prioritize short-term safety over long-term gain. Think about it. Every time you procrastinate on a task, avoid confrontation, or push someone away, your brain rewards you with relief. That relief may last a few minutes, a few hours, or even a few days, but it feels good in the moment. It's a dopamine hit, a sense of comfort, a temporary escape from tension. Your subconscious is saying, "See? That was safer than facing the risk." The hidden reward behind self-sabotage often comes in the form of avoidance. Avoidance of failure, avoidance of judgment, avoidance of vulnerability, and, of course, avoidance of change. While avoidance offers a bit of temporary relief, it also keeps you trapped in the same patterns, repeating the same mistakes, and, feeling frustrated with yourself. Let's take relationships as an example. Many men over 40, 50 and 60 find themselves drawn to partners who are emotionally unavailable, or they push away those who are actually good for them. On the surface, it looks like a pattern of bad luck or just poor choices. But in reality, their self-sabotage is protecting them from the fear of intimacy, rejection, or honestly, being seen fully. The reward? Temporary relief from anxiety and emotional risk. The cost? Loneliness, missed opportunity, and repeated heartbreak. In work or personal projects, self-sabotage often shows up as procrastination, perfectionism, or sometimes overcommitment to busy work. Have you ever avoided finishing a project because the final step made you nervous or vulnerable? That avoidance gave your brain a small reward, a reduction in stress, but it also ensured the project remained incomplete, limiting your success. Your childhood and early experiences often shape these patterns. Perhaps in your youth, ambition was punished, mistakes were shamed, or, success was met with jealousy or ridicule. Your nervous system learned to avoid risk as a form of protection. It learned that playing it safe leads to a small, immediate reward: security, comfort, and avoidance of pain. But what worked as a survival strategy now functions as a self-imposed limitation in adulthood. Breaking this cycle begins with understanding the hidden reward behind your behaviors. Ask yourself, what am I actually getting from this action or inaction? What fear is it masking? What pain am I unconsciously trying to avoid? This simple question can honestly illuminate patterns that have been invisible for decades. Awareness alone is the first step to freedom. Once you identify the reward, the next step is conscious replacement. Instead of avoiding risk, find ways to satisfy the same need without the cost. For example, if procrastination feels comforting, break the task into manageable steps and reward yourself for progress along the way. If pushing someone away feels safe, try practicing communicating boundaries or perhaps slowing down rather than fleeing. If perfectionism protects against judgment, focus on completing tasks well enough and accept imperfection as a step toward mastery. Another key insight is that self-sabotage often activates when you approach growth or success. Why is that? Well, it's because growth brings discomfort. Change, you see, threatens your subconscious equilibrium. Your nervous system almost automatically responds by trying to return to safety. The hidden reward, relief from discomfort, is really what drives this pattern. This is why self-sabotage so often appears just when you're about to succeed, or when things in life start aligning perfectly. Embracing this understanding honestly shifts your perspective. Self-sabotage, it turns out, is no longer a personal failing. It's actually a signal. It's your subconscious saying, "Pay attention. Something is about to push you out of your comfort zone." Once you recognize it as a signal rather than a condemnation, you can act deliberately. You can face the discomfort without running. You can take control instead of letting your hidden reward dictate your actions. Practical steps to reclaim control include tracking your triggers, identifying the emotional relief your sabotage gives, and, consciously choosing an alternative action that still satisfies the need. Over time, this retrains your nervous system, rewiring the reward pathways from avoidance to empowered action. Self-sabotage is ultimately a reflection of your fear and, your subconscious creativity in keeping you safe. But when you understand the hidden reward and consciously redirect it, you unlock a level of personal freedom and self-mastery that, honestly, most men never experience. You begin to act from awareness rather than unconscious habit, and your life starts to change in measurable, lasting ways. Remember, the reward is always there. You just have to consciously choose it in ways that serve you rather than limit you. The moment you recognize your hidden pattern, confront it and redirect it, you reclaim your power, your confidence, and your life. So the next time you find yourself procrastinating, pushing someone away, or repeating a harmful pattern, ask yourself, what am I getting from this? What fear am I avoiding? Awareness is the first step. Conscious action is the second. And, mastery over self-sabotage is the result. If this insight helped you understand why you've been standing in your own way, subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who is ready to finally break free from their hidden patterns and start living on their terms.